212. No music. Good morning, everybody. God bless each and every one of you guys. Welcome, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up team with Miss Miko. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Good morning. It is a Throwback Thursday. September the 22nd, right? Is it 22nd? Yes, it is. September the 22nd, 2022, 12 minutes after the hour. Welcome, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Feature Miss Miko. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right, guys. God bless each and every one of you. That chat room is wide open. Or please call in 570-982-6950, sponsored by Comedy World Network. Thank you guys over there. We appreciate you. Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature Wake Up Team is a very easy show to find in the morning. Just Google the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. All the links come up. We're on all podcast platforms, guys. We're on YouTube. Just go to our YouTube page, type in the Shawn Harvey Morning Show, like and subscribe to the page. And when we go live, you can see it when we go live Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Thank you so much. On all social media platforms as well. All of them. So, I can go. That's some social media platforms we were on. I don't even know. I never even heard of the social media platforms. But we were on those as well. So we definitely appreciate you. Join our group on Facebook, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team Group. Thank you so much, guys. I hope everyone's out there is having a blessed morning so far. I hope your family's okay on a turned up Tuesday. Thank you so much. It's the only place where you get your morning love, but most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Miss Miko.
Good morning.
God bless you. You're looking well. Good morning. And how are you?
I'm good, Shawn. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to everyone that's listening to us live. Good morning to everyone on YouTube, all of our affiliates. It feels good to be here on this Throwback Thursday, guys. Let me tell you, waking up in the dark and going to sleep in the dark is pain. It's having a toll on me, so bear with me if I'm a little sluggish this morning. Let's start with the weather. In Buffalo and PA, it's 67 degrees, going to a high of 71. It's going to be rainy and dreary all day. New York City, it's 50 degrees, going to a high of 74. It's going to be rain and cloudy all day. I'm going to have Miss Miko's tips. We're going to do front page news locally, globally, regionally, as well as in the hood. So you guys want to stick around for that. Stick with us on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team, the only place on earth where you want to get your morning started right.
Where you get your morning started right, guys. God bless you. Miss Miko, before we get into the show today, we got some announcements to make, but this is weird, man. I was on, of course, I was surfing the internet, and there's this particular page where this guy just, he always going in on black women and white women, and and I want to share this. It says, what would make women change their attitude, Miss Miko? Just before we start the show, welcome to the show, guys. Good morning. Come on in. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Don't forget, next Friday, Miss Miko's birthday bash right here in the studio, man. Please hang out with us. We're going to have a good time. You know how when we throw parties. And also, talent comes to the Lehigh Valley. That's on October the 16th at the Iron Mill, 831 South Delaware Drive, and live broadcast tape and Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team, October 27th at Comedy Hall. Miss Miko, you got to hear this.
Yep, I'm listening.
What would make women change their attitude? Okay, and before I play this video, Miss Miko, as a black woman, African American women, just the women in general, do you have an attitude?
At times, yes. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. I think everyone has an attitude, right?
Yeah.
But we know the type of attitude we kind of gearing the typical, I don't want to say stereotypical attitude that all women, not black ones, just all women have when it comes down to men. But here, Miss Miko, I want to play this video real quick. This is a guy, and he's pissed. It's just a 2-second video, but it's something that we can discuss.
Income housing, that there's a lot of women out there that would change their attitude overnight.
Listen to this big thing.
Child support, alimony, Section 8, and low-income housing, that there's a lot of women out there that would change their attitude overnight. I bet you money that if they got rid of child support, alimony, Section 8, and low-income housing, that there's a lot of women out there that would change their attitude overnight.
Miss Migo, you think women would change?
I bet you money that if they got rid of child support, alimony,
He can't be
Section 8,
serious.
and low-income housing, that there's a lot of women out there that would change their attitude overnight.
Miss Migo,
I bet you
Shawn.
money that if they got rid of child
Like, he can't be serious.
alimony, Section 8,
He's
and
stented.
low-income housing, that there's a lot of women out there that would change their attitude overnight.
now Miss Migo, do you think that?
I bet you money.
He has to say
that
that
if
one.
they got rid
Oh
of
my
child
gosh. He
support,
bet you money. I don't know, Shawn. I don't want to hear his
Section
voice
8,
anymore.
and low-income housing,
This is
that
a white
there's
guy, too.
A lot of women out there that would change their attitude overnight.
Miss Migo, do you think that?
Vanessa, please stop replaying that. But then I agree with you. I'm like, I don't want to hear this man's voice anymore.
But wait a minute, guys, you might see a yellow screen. Don't worry, it's gonna come back. It's if you see a different screen color, I'm working on that. We're here live.
Okay.
Miss Migo, wait a minute before we get. Miss Migo, I think it's gonna come. It should come back. I know you don't want to hear the attitude of the person, but Miss Migo, before we move on, what would make women change their attitude?
They got rid of child support,
Not child support and welfare.
Section 8, and
Section 8.
low-income
No,
housing,
wait.
that there's a
Wait. Miss Migo, you don't think that there's a certain culture and attitude if a woman is on Section 8?
No.
And let me share my experience.
Absolutely
Let me
not.
share my experience. I was dealing back. This is back in the day, back in Harvey's horror days. Welcome to Harvey's house, guys. We appreciate you. And I told this story before, but Miss Migo, I was dealing with this woman in forest houses in the Bronx. As a matter of fact, McKinley. McKinley houses in the Bronx, New York, right up the block from where my mother lived. She had Section 8.
Okay.
And she had sort of an attitude. It wasn't a angry attitude about it, but it was an attitude of almost sort of like she was okay in life because she had the protection at that time of having Section 8. You don't think that like Section 8 is a really seriously, like, I rank a Section 8 certificate up there with a high school diploma or a 4-year college degree.
Don't do that, Shawn. Don't do that. Don't do that, Shawn.
Miss Migo, how many people have 4-year college degrees that are out here struggling every day? Hold on, hear me out.
Okay.
And how many people out here that has Section 8, right? Whether if they live in a bad neighborhood or not, if they're blessed, some people are blessed to live in Section 8 and live in good, like moderate kind of neighborhoods, Miss Migo. Would that be safe to say, right?
That's safe to
Right?
say.
And then when the person have Section 8 or low income housing, right? And they're living their best life, right? Hear me out. And then another person, let's say a man, let's say a man comes enter into their life with the nonsense, right? With the nonsense, right? Don't you think that that's even though you can still have that same attitude if you're paying regular rent or a mortgage, of course. But I think that the person, male or female, that's on Section 8, they have a different attitude when folks enter their lives and they start causing havoc and they got to go. Now, right? Now on the flip side of that, what this guy's saying is ridiculous. Of course it is.
Yes.
But if Section 8 and low-income housing didn't exist, do you think that men or women would have a different attitude on housing and paying rent? Would it be a more humble attitude?
No, because it's life. You have to live somewhere. You have to pay the bills. Not all people on Section 8 have attitudes and are bad people. Some people just fell on hard times. They need it for a couple of months to get back on their feet and then they out. Now, there are those that abuse the system and been on for 35 years. Kids is on their grandkids. Okay, fine. I get it. But the majority of people are not on Section 8 for life, and they don't have attitudes. That's a stereotype.
No, I get it is. I'm not disagreeing. We're just having a discussion. I'm just saying the person that I dealt with in Section 8, which was my fault, I went out there and started, whoring around. They threw me out.
You're not even supposed to be there, first of all. It's supposed to be for her and her kids. Not her kids, and her man. You know that.
What?
She could have lost everything messing with you. But carry on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
No way.
Wait.
So if you're on Section 8, you can't have a man living there with you?
No, you can't.
Or
you
women?
Vice
versa?
No.
No way. I don't believe that.
Chat room, please. Chime in. Chime in. If you live in low-income housing or Section 8, can you have a significant other living with you? That's not one of lease. I don't think so.
Wait a minute. I bet. Can't you go to the Section 8 folks and say, hey, I got a new, partner, and how do we make an adjustment on the Section 8? But, okay, before they answer that question, but Ms. Pico, do you know anyone in your adult life that was on Section 8?
Yes, I do.
Did they have a particular superior kind of attitude being on Section 8?
No.
Do you think that Section 8 is a equivalent of a 4-year college degree?
No, I don't.
I say yes.
I do not, Shawn.
I say yes.
You sound crazy.
Do I sound crazy?
You sound
Let me ask you this
crazy.
question. Ms. Miko, if the United States Housing Authority government came in here right now, listen, Ms. Miko, we got Section 8 for you.
I'm going to take it.
Why?
I'm going to take it.
Why you going to take it?
Because it's free assistance. I'll take it. But I'm not going to have an attitude and be all that. I'm not going to do that.
Let's go.
But I will definitely take the free assistance.
Listen.
I bet you money that if they got rid of child support,
Now-
alimony,
Now, let's go to the child support and alimony.
Okay.
Ms. Miko, do you think that if the government got rid of child support and alimony, do you think that would be a different attitude adjustment with men and women? Because it's a safety net for obvious reasons. These laws are put in place because back in the days, men would just leave their families homeless.
Right.
Back in the 20s and 30s, back in the turn of the other century, and women were out here starving in the street with the children, and then these laws were created for child support and alimony. Mm-hmm. But if it didn't exist, you're just throwing it out there on a Throwback Thursday. Do you think that it would be an attitude adjustment for all of us? Will we live like sort of like walking and
walking on eggshells?
Like walking on eggshells. What do you think, Ms. Migo? If you didn't have the ability, or myself, to sue our partners for monies that are, I mean, I know we living I know this is a fantasy, but I'm just saying, do you think that there would be an attitude adjustment for men and women if alimony or child support didn't exist?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It would be it'd be a whole nother world out here.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. If child support and alimony don't exist, yeah.
Right. Now, what this man is saying is totally ridiculous. I agree with you. But it starts some kind of a conversation if some of these things didn't exist. What do they say in chat room?
Beanie Green said she'll take it. She'll take a Section 8. Lakeisha Berglund says call assistance for a reason. Vanedra said men aren't supposed to live there, but they live there anyway, which is true. Lee Scott said if he needed for a couple of months. He have a cousin. She has 2 degrees, one of them a master's degree. She's been on Section 8 as long as he's known her. She even moved from Louisville to Atlanta on her Section 8. She's going to always be on it. Her attitude is one of an educated chickenhead.
Wow. Let's clap for my nephew. but look, it almost proves my point. Ms. Miko, Section 8, you talk about temporary assistance. I get Section 8, that's going to be temporary for the rest of my life. Hold on.
Right.
You're going to tell me. See, Lee Scott just proved my point. Is Princess in that chat room?
I did not see Princess as of yet.
Oh, my God.
I ain't see Princess.
He proves my point, my beloved nephew. I believe that a Section 8 certificate, to me, is not temporary. For me. I don't think you get something like this. This is not temporary for a few months, and then you go on back to your regular life. I think this is something that you keep. It's a generational thing, like you said. Mm-hmm. But I believe that a Section 8 certificate is equivalent to a college education. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, Ms. Miko. Mm-hmm. And why there's certain attitudes that you should have. Before we get back to the child support.
Yeah, sure.
We always joke around with Section 8, which is what? Is a fraction of a living assistance, right?
Right.
So say if you paid $1,000 a month for rent, the government's probably going to cover $900 of that.
Right.
Right?
Your rent be $100. That's why I said I'll take it.
Right. Now
I want a bull.
Now say, no, let's dumb it down to $950, Miss Miko. Say you're going to get paid $50. Mm-hmm. 50. You got your calculator on you, Miss Miko. 50. No, let's go up to $75.
Okay.
75 times 12 is what?
$900.
$900 per year. Mm-hmm. 900. Let's say a working career. Mm-hmm. 20 years. If people work for 20 years and they retire, right? Mm-hmm. 900 times 20 is what?
$18,000.
$18,000 that you paid for rent for 20 years. Mm-hmm. You get a college education. It's going to cost you that 3 times that amount to even get that diploma.
No, it's not, because if you're on Section 8, you qualify for all the programs.
No, hear me out. Okay. If you're going to a 4-year, let's say a D1 university, mm-hmm. okay, or historic black college and university, okay, it might cost $18,000 a year to go to these schools, room, board. I'm not talking about no scholarship, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. Or we could just look it up and see how much with the average price of a black university to go to, right? Okay. Let's say it's $18,000 a year. Say it's 4 years. 18 times 4 is what, Ms. Mika?
18 times 4?
Yeah.
$72,000.
So it costs you $72,000 to make this to get this diploma to go off for the rest of your life and make money, right? Mm-hmm. But for 20 years you're living for $18,000 in one place for 20 years. Yeah. Mathematically, you could never catch up with this money.
Yep.
You get your diploma, right? You go out there, say you made $75,000 a year for 20 years. You still, and you have to include your housing in this $75,000 that you make. So say the average amount of rent is what? $1,200, $1,400. Mm-hmm. Say it's gonna cost you $2,000. You and your lady or whoever you live with, $2,500. You gotta pay 12 of that. 12 times 12 is what, Miss Miko?
144.
144. 14,000. Mm-hmm. In 1 year to pay rent when you're on Section 8. Are y'all doing the math like Harvey? I would have Section 8 is an equivalent of not a high school, a college education, a college degree.
John Greer says Section 8 is meant to keep people down, them programs.
Is it? Now let's go. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. Let's dissect that before we get into the show. He says Section 8 is to put people down, right?
Yep, to keep
You're paying $75 a month, right? Miss Miko, the government's taking care of the rest. You're good, right? Miss Miko, we live in the era now where you can make money hustling on the side if you can keep it on the low.
Right.
Right? You can't be on Section 8 and get like a whole big giant check.
Right.
They're going to say, what are you doing?
You got to do it off the books.
You got to do it up. So, but Ms. Miko, we live in a time right now, we could do a lot. You could do 7 different jobs off the books.
Right. And be good.
So So is that really keeping people down, Miss Miko? Now you got the time, right? You have your shelter, you have your housing in place. Now, Miss Miko, you can hustle 7 different hustles and get money.
I think it's keeping people comfortable. Not keeping them down, but keeping them comfortable.
But Ms. Miko, would you ever be in a comfortable state of mind where you can now think of the hustle? Where now you can create? Because you can't create being comfortable because we got to go out here and work and pay these bills. So you don't have time to create.
Well,
you got to create that money to pay the rent.
The people that I know that's on Section 8, they're not hustling. They drive in nice cars. The kids is in good fancy labels. They going and getting lobster and shrimp and crab for dinner every night. They're not thinking about hustling because they living good. So I can't really relate.
I ask you again, if these people that you know that are on Section 8, that are living good, that got nice cars and designer stuff and eating out, that's what you just said, right? Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that be the equivalent of someone having a 4-year college degree? Thank you. Clap for.
I don't know.
Let's go to this next guy. There might be some language in here.
Hi, Princess. Good morning.
There might be some language in here. Hold on.
What are we listening to? What is that?
Now, this is a guy, right? Should a man give extra for his child, even though he's paying child support? Should a man give extra money, even if he's paying child support? Miss Miko, welcome to Harvey's house. Do you think that a Section 8 certificate for the duration of your life is equivalent to a 4-year college degree? Hold on, before you answer that. Harvey says yes. Just for the reasons that we just talked about in this discussion, and you just validated it right then and there for me. So, Ms. Miko, I'm going to ask you one last time to think about it. If you think about it, John Greer said it's to keep you down. I say I totally respectively disagree. Ms. Miko, is a Section 8 certificate, because you know what, you can't get one. Go online and try to apply for Section 8 right now. They don't exist.
Yes, they do exist.
You can? Go online right now.
You can get Section 8.
Go online right now. Go.
It opens up in different counties. Right now it's open in Reading. Section 8 is open in Reading, Pennsylvania right now.
Go ahead, open up. Go there, open up that thing. Open up that thing.
Oh, my God. It was just open in Easton.
And let's apply for it. You'll be on the waiting list for 9,000 years.
But once you get that apartment, baby. Baby.
Ms. Miko, why are you looking that up?
It's open in Newark, too.
Let me ask you. Before we get into the guy who should, he's pissed because he's paying child support and should he pay more. Ms. Miko, before we get into the show. Ms. Miko, would you safely say now, welcome to Harvey's house, Ms. Miko, that a Section 8 certificate for lifetime duration, living comfortable like you said, right? Mm-hmm. Would that be the equivalent of a 4-year college degree? Knowing that you can create 17 different side hustles, Ms. Miko, on the low via Cash App or a little Zelle, or you moving money around like a Italian mob boss. If you could keep that money moving around on the low, Ms. Miko, what do you think? Do you reevaluate your answer now?
No.
What is your answer? It doesn't equate.
It is not.
Okay, what are they saying in the chat room?
Let's see. Beanie Green said there's this girl on her job. She calls out all the time. She works just enough to keep her checks low enough to continue her Section 8.
Let's clap for that.
So Beanie, with Section 8, you got to make a certain amount, right?
Yeah, you got to make this is what I'm trying to tell you.
But at least she's working, so she's contributing to society.
But she's still underneath the radar, so she doesn't mess up her certificate. Again, the certificate is just, I think it's almost ranks up there with a college degree. Look at her, she's working, right? She's like, yo, I gotta stand there. I can't go $2 over this amount. Why? When she's working at this place where Beanie works, is a good corporate. What was that? Home Goods. Where was it?
She worked at she works at Costco.
Costco. This is a multi-billion-dollar company where you can work there, do all the overtime you want. These are the type of jobs you could tell the manager, yo, I want to be here every day. for 15 hours a day. And they'll give you that time. And you can make money. But this woman chooses to make just enough money so it doesn't interrupt her rent. You don't think that it commands the respect of some type of certificate?
Commands the respect? What? No, I don't. No.
Then why is this woman, after that 9 hours, she's out the door?
She finagling the system. That's all. She just trying to keep living. That's all.
Exactly. So you don't think that that's some type of level of respect?
No, I think that's just being smart. It's being smart.
What else they saying?
Now, Wendy said her building was going to get knocked down. Housing took over, and they renovated half and took half over, and they sold 4 apartments to the people that were there first. She became a shareholder and bought her apartment for $250. I have a 3-bedroom apartment, and my rent is $440 a month. I can rent it if I want to.
Yo, let's clap for her.
Shout out to you, Wendy Gonzalez.
Okay, yo, let's clap for Wendy. We're going to see Wendy on October 20th. Now, everybody, thank you so much for your transparency because we're chopping it up there. Now, Miss Miko, what Wendy Gonzalez just said, you don't think that that's an equivalent to a college education?
That's on another level.
You can't tell
That
me.
was a come up.
You can't.
That's on another level.
Let's put a pause on come up. You can't. Miss Miko, those are major financial moves right there. She is in a place financially where all of us would love to be.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that are in that financial situation are kind of like college educated people or straight cold hustlers that are determined to win. Mm-hmm. You gonna tell me let's go back to John's statement, that's something for, almost basically lower class people?
To keep you down.
To keep you down? You think Wendy Gonzalez is being kept down?
Now, Wendy living her best life.
Exactly. Wendy, and look, what if Wendy rents out her apartment in the hood?
You better Airbnb that joint.
But what I'm saying is, say she rented out in New York City. What's the going rate with the rent, guys? What, $2,000?
Yeah.
$2,500?
Yeah.
She could go from $400 to $2,500 just like that.
Yeah.
Continuously for the rest of her life. And you're going to sit there and tell me, all right, let's do that. Let's do the math real quick. Let's say Wendy at $400-something a month, right? Say she rent her joint out for $2,500 a month. Miss Miko, 2,500 times 12 is what?
I'm sorry. I was looking at the percentage of black people that's on Section 8.
That's fine. You can go. You can go with that. That's what I'm talking about.
What's
2,500 times 12. Look how much Wendy makes.
$30,000.
$30,000. She would make $30,000, and I mean, tell you business, she throw it out. And Ms. Miko, you're gonna tell me that that's not a college-educated kind of a move?
That's crazy.
Let's clap for Wendy one more time. God, Jesus Christ. And you don't think, Ms. Miko, that there's a certain attitude behind that?
That's crazy.
What this guy was saying prior, Ms. Miko? You don't think Wendy Gonzalez has a certain? I'm not saying in a arrogant attitude, but she gonna make sure, just like Beanie Green's a co-worker, that she stays underneath the radar. Would you agree with me, Ms. Miko?
But wait, Shawn. Lee Scott said he has a co-worker and she's mad that they got a raise, and he was like, "Why are you mad?" She said, "Because they're gonna raise her rent because of the raise." So is that the same as Wendy Gonzalez?
Yes. In Lee Scott's co-worker situation, she failed to play the game.
So does she still work there, Lee? Like, what is her plan? What is she gonna do?
She's got to leave. She got to get out of there. And on top of that, honestly, I would love to have. I don't know. I can't get. I don't know if I could get it. Okay, how many black folks are on Section 8? And this is a guy right here. Listen to this argument. It's gonna be some language. His wife is pissed because the baby mother wants to pay more child support. But we get to that in a minute. What else they saying?
Well, let me give you guys some statistics. So the distribution of residents living in project-based Section 8 is alarming. About 49% are white.
Damn.
About a third, 33% are black, and 13% are Hispanic.
So the Babylonians getting
They winning.
the
They're in charge.
that 49% of the Babylonians that are qualified for this is on it. 33% of us are on it. 13% of my Latino friends.
Yep.
And you gonna sit there and tell me, Miss Miko, that this is not equivalent to a college education, where Beanie Green, my beloved nephew, Lee Scott, says his coworkers mad because they got a raise. You mad? You don't think that takes some type of certain attitude to have? How you mad you got a raise?
That is crazy.
Because the respect that this Section 8 certificate demands is paramount to everything.
Right.
So you're gonna sit there. Guys, put it in one chat room if you think a Section 8 certificate is equivalent to a 4-year college degree. And when I say college degree, like a basic, like a bachelor's degree, like just arts and science, yeah, communication, yeah. Hit me out with that, because the way these folks are talking in the chat room, who I love to death, God bless you guys. Watch the show live October 27th at the Comedy Hall. They're winning. John Gray, I would refrain from saying whatever you said, because look how Wendy Gonzalez is living.
Mm-hmm. They putting twos in there. What's the twos for?
I forgot.
Sure, you asked a question.
Yeah, put a number 1 if you think that a Section 8 is equivalent to a 4-year college degree.
Okay.
Put a number 2 if you don't think that.
Sean Williams said nope.
Yeah, but they all say no, Miss Miko. But if the government dropped a certificate, right? Mm-hmm. A Section 8 certificate, Miss Miko, where you currently live. Say you live in a nice place and you blessed to where you live at the moment. And Miss Miko, the government came to you or me. I love where I live right now. Right, Miss Miko? Mm-hmm. And said, we got Section 8 for you, but you have to make modifications in your income to qualify for this. Miss Miko, 90% of us are going to make financial adjustments.
Yeah, we will.
So we could pay. Yeah. So hear me out. So we could pay $75 a month.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't think that that's a motivating factor financially, where it equates to a 4-year college education, you're out of your mind. Mm-hmm. Because half of us will quit these jobs, or lower the what the Beanie Green's coworkers said. They only works a certain amount of hours to qualify. Mm-hmm. Most of us in this chat room paying well over $1,000 a month for rent, and that's on the low ball, right?
Right.
Now, say the government can't even say, yo, you only $75 a month, but you got to make these adjustments to your income. You're going to do it.
Absolutely.
Who's in the chat room? All right, put a number in the chat room if you would refuse Section 8. Put a number 1 if you refuse it.
Now, can I get the Section 8 and live where I'm living, or I got to move?
Where you live, but you have to make modifications in your income. Would you make the modifications in your income?
Absolutely.
Knowing that where you live, you could live there for the rest of your life.
Yes.
So then what are we talking about here?
Yes, I would.
What are we talking about?
Absolutely.
What are we talking about? And you don't think that that's an equivalent of a 4-year degree?
Sean, it's still not equivalent, but I see where you're going with this.
What are you talking about? You done saved yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, in a lifetime, which is equivalent to what you would have made with a 4-year college degree. And you can make some money on the side, or you can dumb down those hours and still get that money.
Beanie said they come to her job with Platinum American Express cards and paying food stamps.
Look at that. Look at that.
I ain't mad.
You can't even be mad. Yo, what is wrong with you people? You know what it is? I think the attitude, Ms. Meek, I think it's the attitude is with us, the folks that don't have Section 8. or don't have low income. I think we the ones with the attitude.
We get mad because we don't got it.
I think we the ones with the attitude on a Throwback Thursday. What she said. They got American Express, platinum cars, and pay with food.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Let's clap for that.
Yo, I ain't mad at that.
All right, let's move on. Before we start, so what else are they saying?
Mickey McGregor said, "How do I sign up for food stamps?" And believe it or not, the Section 8 list in New Jersey is actually open, guys. If you are in the North Jersey area.
Yeah, but even if it's open, right? And thank you for that information. And if you have any like important information to get to the chat room, like something easy, a website or a link, if you don't mind, you can give it to them. But even if Section 8 is open, what's the average amount of years?
I know some people that waited like 6 years
to get on Section 8. You gotta wait for people to die.
Well, Shamika Love said it was passed down to her when her mom passed and she was 18. So, okay, I didn't know that can happen. So if I'm on Section 8 and I pass away and my daughter, she can get it automatically? She qualifies?
Yeah. Yes, Shamika.
And then her kid to automatically qualify?
Yeah.
Is that how it works, Shamika? I didn't know that.
Is this like the royal family in England where the queen dies and then the son takes over? Like,
right.
How does that work?
Wow. She said when she got married and her income changed, it was gone.
Damn.
Oh, she said she was on a lease. That's how she got it. She was on a lease.
Oh, she was on. So if you're on Section 8, you have to put the other person on the lease.
Right.
Oh,
your
you
kids
better,
or whoever.
Ooh, boy.
Wow.
And you're going to sit there and tell me, oh, she got married and bounced. Wow.
The Godfather Soul said back in the day his aunt used to sell her food stamps so she can get her hair done.
Nice.
Tell auntie to call me.
Now, welcome to the show, guys. We truly appreciate you. This is where you get your morning love, but most importantly, it's your only place on earth where you get your morning started right. And I want to thank all you guys for listening. Please like and share. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team, Miss Miko, Cindy J, if y'all don't mind. Thank you. Now, can we move on before we go? So what else they saying? They got a lot to say today.
Yeah, Wendy said her friend had Section 8, and the only ones on the lease were her 2 kids, and they found out that she had a man living there, and she lost her Section 8 behind him. Are they still together, Wendy? What's the update on that? I want to know.
Of course, they're not together no more.
Mickey McGregor says it's been 8 years. She's on Section 8.
She's been on Section 8 for 8 years? Mickey, thank you for your transparency. Matter of fact, I'm going to clap for you.
Yeah.
Mickey, are you winning in these streets?
Yep.
Are you winning when COVID was popping? You wouldn't even have to come outside.
No. Just she got a voucher.
Everybody, let's give Mickey a round of applause in the chat room. She's winning.
Yeah.
That's a win. Where you live? What area? Where you at? What part of the country? Where you at, Mickey?
She says she's in Jersey.
Where you at?
That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, where you at, Mickey? Where's your voucher? New Jersey?
Like where? She said voucher. It's not a voucher.
What is Section 8? That's a voucher.
I know they call it a voucher. I call it a diploma.
Shut up, Shawn.
Mickey, where did you get your diploma? They should even have a ceremony. When you qualify and get approved for Section 8, you should have a cap and mother effing gown on.
Oh my God.
Have your family there, except for any relationships. And don't have none of that around. And then how did they found out, Wendy? Because the streets were talking.
Trina said she had it years ago and it served its purpose.
Trina, you let that go?
Let me tell you, when my daughter was born, I had WIC. That was the best thing ever. I miss that WIC.
You want WIC now, right?
What? I was getting all the Cracker Barrel cheese. What?
Let's clap for Trina.
Trina said she almost got busted because her man was living with her.
Oh. See, y'all got it. See, ladies, y'all got to have these men out there running around playing house with your Section 8. Let's clap for Trina. She must make money because she said she let that go. I would never let it go.
Yeah, I wasn't letting it go.
I wasn't letting that go. Let's clap for Trina. She makes money.
Yeah.
She said she let that go. Who lets that go?
Yeah, I wasn't letting that go.
Let me tell you, I was in a 3-month depression, Miss Migo, when that chick threw me out of Section 8 in McKinley houses. I had to take all my 15 pair of sneakers and my 3 cars out of there. She didn't even have a car. I had 2, the hood, they gave you 2 parking spaces. I had 3.
Yo. I think they used to go investigate you back in the day, right? Didn't they come to the house and look in your closet? I don't know. I think so.
I don't know. I didn't stay long enough for that. I stayed there for a year. I was living so comfortable. So comfortable.
Wendy said her cousin had Section 8. She moved from the Bronx to Virginia to a 4 bedrooms, 2 bathroom house, backyard, 2-car garage through Section 8.
And she's still on Section 8 in Virginia.
Is she still on Section 8 in Virginia,
Yo,
Wendy?
let's clap for that.
now
that's a
real-ish. Yeah, that's a come up.
Oh my God! And y'all gonna sit there and tell me?
Yeah, that's a Section 8 diploma right there.
Come on now.
That's winning.
Ms. Miko, what's the average wait time for black folks, white folks, and Latinos to get approved for that Section 8?
Let me see.
And do they got a Section 8 number? Because I can call, right? Oh my God. Listen, I know how we stayed this far in this conversation, but actually it piqued folks to share their experience drinking home. But I'm still, Ms. Miko.
It's 3 years. The average wait time of 3 years before the agency finds adequate placement for applicants. If you have your paperwork together, you have a better chance of moving up on the waiting list. That means you need to prove that you are low income.
And I bet you homeless folks get in even faster. Like, say you live in a shelter, right? Mm-hmm. Say you went. Look that up for me, Ms. Miko. I bet you there's 3 years. Wow, that's not a long time. Mm-hmm. But say you had the kid and man or woman, whatever, doesn't matter, and you went into the homeless shelter. Ms. Miko, that might even be. They might accelerate. They might calibrate that even faster.
Yeah, if you go to the homeless shelter, absolutely. They gonna find you housing.
Okay, so check this out, Ms. Miko. Let's go back to this real quick. So if we move, because we got to move on. 3 years, you get your diploma, right? College, 4 years, right? You get your diploma. You get your Section 8 diploma.
Section 8.
you get your Section 8 diploma a year before you get your regular diploma, right? You go into the homeless shelter. It's the process is probably even, like I said, it speeds up even faster. You can get into that. It's a 2 to 3 year investment where you save $18,000 a year.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, Mickey said there's a lady that teaches you how to buy a house through Section 8. That's a thing? Wow.
Neighbors are out here buying houses on Section 8. Now, come on.
Well, Lee Scott said it's not equivalent because most folk with a 4-year degree be in debt from student loans. So it's not equivalent. It's not the same.
Wait. So, what? Okay. Here's let's play multiple choice, everyone. Ms. Migo.
Yep.
You could sleep on the floor at a homeless shelter for 2 years, or do 4 years of college and have hundreds of thousands of dollars of student loans. And after the 2 years of being on the shelter, you get your Section 8 and you straight for the rest of your life. Which one are you taking? You want me to answer that one first, Ms. Migo?
Go ahead, Shawn.
I'm sleeping on the floor for 2 years and wind up in a situation like Wendy Gonzalez, then going to school for 4 years and coming out of there with a $200,000 debt. Which one are you taking? Are you sleeping on the floor, $200 debt after 4 years?
Or $200,000? Yeah, I may have to get comfortable on the floor.
Let's clap. That's that Brooklyn in you, and that's that Bronx in me. Mm-hmm. Who's doing that? Mathematically, it doesn't even add up. It doesn't even make sense.
But listen to this. Shawn Williams said, I have a friend who assaulted his baby mother because she let her daughter, who took over their mother's apartment, Section 8 apartment. The daughter got called for transit, and the mother advised her not to take the job. That's crazy. So she didn't take the job from transit because she had to keep the Section 8 for the mother. Is that what you're saying, Shawn?
Wow. And you going to sit there and tell, that's crazy. Shawn, yeah, clear that up. Shout out to Shawn Williams. He's, God bless him.
Wow.
Now, Ms. Miko, the mother's advocating for the daughter not to take the transit job because of Section 8. Hear me out. And you're going to tell me that diploma, you're talking about a voucher, you don't think that diploma demands that type of respect, that the mother is like, F that job at transit was have her straight for the rest of her life as far as that type of level of income or just working throughout her lifetime? The mother is like, F that. We got another plan. Don't take the job. And you're going to tell me that that's not you don't put the respect on that voucher or that diploma as per a college degree?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the mother should be ashamed of herself.
I guess that's what Lee Scott was saying. It makes you lazy. It keeps you down. Not Lee Scott, John Greer. It keeps you down.
That's an extreme case.
Yeah.
Now, God bless each and every one of you guys.
And Beanie says, Shawn, you don't sleep on the floor in the shelter. Beanie, you know he always got to go overboard with it.
Sleeping on the floor.
She said, you don't sleep on the floor, Shawn.
All right, you're sleeping close to the floor. With other people.
Your mom is crazy, though, for doing that.
Your mom.
Because, like, you're stopping your kids' growth.
Yeah, of course.
That's crazy.
A lot of parents do that. Speaking of stopping the growth, Ms. Miko, there's a lot of women and men that, and welcome to the show, guys, before we get into these stories. Ms. Miko, there's a lot of men and women couples that are going through, hard times as far as child support. Mm-hmm. And I think it's cute in the beginning when you're in a relationship and you'll have that discussion. Like the man said, yeah, listen, I got baby mother, I pay child support, blah, 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 everything's good. And it's okay, it's a conversation, it's a valid conversation, right, Ms. Miko? Mm-hmm. And it's all good because, the smash is involved, so we there's a lot of turbulence in your mind with the reality of it. And then you say you move in or you're married or whatever, now you're with this person every day, and this child support is a real everyday bill. And folks get frustrated. Mm-hmm. And here, let's listen to this. Should a man give extra for his child support when he already pays it? Listen.
Child and my marriage, and the shit getting old. It getting very old and frustrating. Between your child and your marriage, what is you doing? I mean, like, what's going on? No, I ain't recording because you ain't dropping that shit. I don't give a damn about no Facebook, no YouTube, or nothing. No. And I don't care nothing about that because my thing is right here. You pay $500 a month. You can drop it. I'm gonna put your business out there. You pay $500 a month in child support, and ain't nobody gonna do no extra. No shoes, no clothes, no toys, no nothing. Fuck all that. I don't give a damn. No, she can get the shoes out of child support money. She get the shoes out of child support money. That's what you pay child support for. The court ordered child support. You ain't got to do shit else. And she ain't giving nothing else. She should have never took the fucking child support out if she needed more money. Why should I feel like that? That's my fucking child. I don't fuck that child. Fuck you too. I don't give a damn about this the shit I got to go through.
So wait a minute, is that the wife?
Excuse me for the language.
Or is that the baby mother talking?
That's the wife.
Because he's paying child support to the baby mother, and the baby mother wants more money for the child.
The baby mother wants extra shoes and extra things for the child. Okay. The wife is like, you pay $500 a month. That's it. He's like, why? Now I got to choose between my marriage and my child.
Okay.
All right, hold one more time. Hey, guys, it's a little language here.
shit I got to go.
Yo, Miss Miko. She said, F that child and F you too. Yo. Wow. Miss Miko, if folks are going through this right now in America, and they are, like right now somewhere in America, there is a couple arguing just like this. To the wife, you know what you got yourself into. For the husband, you don't make enough money.
Right.
You don't make enough money. If you're paying $500 a month in child support, you shouldn't even be. And Miko say he has a regular income. I'm talking about dumbing down regular. I ain't talking about 75,000. Sound like this guy makes, no disrespect, like 30,000, 40,000. This should $500 a month shouldn't be. It shouldn't even be discussed.
Right. That's no money.
Yo, bro, that is no bread.
It's no money.
You should be able to pay that $500, and whenever that baby mother needs something, just throw it out there. And this shouldn't even be a conversation with your wife, your beloved wife, going through this with you, bro. The wife got a part to play in it too. But let me focus on you, brother. $500 a month. What is that? What is that a week? $125.
$125 a week. Yeah. That ain't no money for no.
Bro,
kid.
that's no money, bro. If you can't get up $120. If you can't think about, boy, I hope he doesn't have any other kids. And you gonna sit there and say you gotta choose between your marriage and your son, bro, you are horrible.
Renetta says she's been on both sides. She's gotten support, and she's been the wife of someone who's paying $1,400 a month.
Keep talking.
Yeah, she says she's gotten support, and she's been the wife of someone paying $1,400 a month in support all at one time. That's a lot. So, Vanetta, what did you do? Say this was you, Vanetta, and he paying $1,400 a month, and his baby mother say, yo, I need another $500 because it's back to school shopping. You as the wife, what's your next course of action, Vanetta? I'm interested to know. I don't know what I would do in that if I was in that situation. Garrison Kathy, I don't know how many kids he has. Maybe it's just one, but the wife was being really selfish. But then you don't know what the baby mother's doing on the other side. This might just be an ongoing thing where it's give me more, give me more, give me more. You know how they could be. Who's on Section 8, Sean Williams? What are you talking about? Danielle Williams said, what? That woman makes most of the income. I guarantee it. She hotter than Tucker Brown. Oh, Danielle, you're right. The child support may be coming from her money, right, Danielle? I could see that happening. Yeah, the child support could be coming from the wife and not the husband. That's why she's really upset. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, if that's the case, then I'll be like, F them kids too. I'm taking all my money and I'm leaving. Yeah, I agree with you, Danielle.
What'd she say?
She said the woman makes most of the income. I guarantee it. She's hotter than Tucker Brown. But then I thought about it. Maybe that he's paying child support through the wife. Because, you know, sometimes if you're married, they will order the wife to pay the child support based on her income. So that may be the reason why she's upset. We don't know the backstory.
Okay, you're right. So we don't know the backstory. We can speculate all day. No doubt about it. But let's just go with what we hear. This is, I feel so bad for the wife. Do you hear? Listen.
She get the shoes out of child support money. That's what you pay child support for. The court ordered child support. You ain't got to do shit else. And she ain't getting nothing else. She should have never took the fucking child support out if she needed more money.
So in this situation, she's actually saying it. The court ordered the child support $500. I don't think she didn't say like she had to pay the $500. But that does bring up a backstory. Yeah, it could be the situation. Danielle is absolutely right. And what Vanetta said about the 1400. Wait, let me hear.
I don't give a damn about no Facebook, no YouTube, or nothing. No. And I don't care nothing about that. Because my thing is right here. You pay $500 a month. You can drop it. I'm going to put your business out there. You pay $500 fucking dollars a month in child support, and ain't nobody been doing no extra. No shoes, no clothes, no toys, no nothing. Fuck all that. I don't give a damn. No, she can get the shoes out of child support money. She get the shoes out of child support money. That's what you pay
Yo, I love it. I love this woman. I love her. Yo, she's like, what? Fuck, F that
She
child.
say that, I think about Danielle Williams.
Yeah, I think about Danielle immediately. F that child and F you too.
Right.
Brother man, my suggestion in this case is, and did I tell you, Miss Mika, I had a tremendous child support experience.
What's your experience, Shawn?
Oh, I was making heavy bread. It didn't even matter.
Or you just paying them, give it to them?
Oh, man, it was beautiful. Let's clap for me.
Shout out to you being able to pay your child
I was
support,
paying
Shawn.
that. My baby mothers were mad.
So who filed first? Who got the most?
My ex-wife got the most. Second baby mother came in a close second.
Close second, okay.
And I was paying every week, picking up these kids with bad bitches in the car.
It had Bad Bunny on the side.
Bad Bunny on the side. I gotta pick these kids up. Wait right here. used to take the babies to City Island.
Oh, I ain't been to City Island forever. I think I want to go to City Island.
With a bad bitch that never met my kids.
That's why they was mad.
That's another story. This guy needs another job to pay $500. Whatever he's making right now, bro, you need to go out there and make an extra $500. Because you shouldn't. This woman, it seemed like also the wife seemed like she's been holding this in. Like she was coming from the gillet with this. Like this was something that she needed to talk about, right? She said, I don't give a F about Facebook. I don't give a F about YouTube. I'm going to tell your business right now. I hope that this marriage can survive because it's a financial situation. Bro, you should never have this conversation. You and your wife should be booked and busy. You need to take this woman out on a vacation. You need to do something, bro. But the first thing you need to do...
He gonna take on vacation with what? He don't got it.
But, Ms. Miko, that's what I'm saying. The first thing he should do is earn $500 more some way, somehow. In the economy that we live in today, it could be done. Bro, you got to make $500 extra. Just the motivation should simply just be so your wife could shut the F up. You want some women talking? You want some women talking to you like that, bro? Yo, your wife is going, as you keep this up with this $500, there's going to be another slong in her mouth. There's going to be another slong in her mouth. What are they saying in there? There's going to be another slong. Yo, homie, your bread too light. Be another slong. What did Vanetta say about the?
Vanetta said that it caused a strain on her marriage because she received child support as being the baby mother, and then when she was married, her husband was paying $1,400 a month to his baby mothers. So she said it caused a real strain on her marriage.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said in the beginning, we all. Everybody, let's put the prayer emojis in the chat room for Vanetta George.
She said, plus the two women were on welfare, and the kids didn't get all the money that they were sending. Yeah, I can see the strain being your marriage. That's frustrating.
But Miss Miko, we talk about this like in the beginning of this conversation. We talk about the glee and the overwhelming love when we meet somebody and we have these conversations because all women and men, they need. I don't think people go deep into relationships without knowing these financial responsibilities from the partner. How deep can you go? You got to go. At some point, this is a conversation. And it should be early in the relationship, especially when there are kids involved. Because when you meet somebody and they have kids, and it's like, okay, I got kids, and we all have that conversation. And then down the road, it's like, you paying for what's going on? Baby mother, you paying? What's up with that child? Like, that conversation happens.
It happens.
And do we still, knowing that this might be a financial issue, we still make the decision. All of us, not just Vanetta, all of us. We make these decisions. Are they based on our emotions at the moment? The love, and it blinds us, and then we get into real time, and then here come these heavy payments. I blame a lot of the men for this because I don't think that us men are transparent enough. Like, just tell the woman, like, yo, you might even love this woman. Just say, listen, I love you to death. I don't know if you still want to move forward. I'm gonna tell you this: I'm struggling my ass with child support. Men, just have that conversation, right? I think. I mean, I know men. They smell the vagina, and us men will lie for the vagina. No question about it. Miss Miko, I've done it 1,400 times.
Oh my gosh, Shawn! I
Lied for the vagina. Fellas, put a number chat room if you ever lied for the vagina. Right? And I think that it starts with the man. I think men, you should really, in the beginning of these relationships, just say what it is. It's unfair for the women, Miss Miko. Just tell her, like, ladies, let the ladies know, I love you to death. We can move forward if you want, but I am struggling with my child support. Right? I think that's Miss Miko, I think that's a healthy conversation. Miss Miko, have you ever dated a man that said, hey,
say hi to what?
Money light. I'm struggling with a little bit of bills here and there, and my money's light. Have you ever dealt with a man that money was kind of light in your adult life?
No.
You've never had one man that didn't.
That said his money's funny and he couldn't take care of me?
What do you mean take care of you?
I mean,
What do you mean take care of you?
Wrong words, but no.
What do you mean take care of you?
No, you know what I mean. No.
You've never.
In my adult life, no.
Not one guy that kind of like had regular salary, struggling a little bit. Nice guy, but.
I mean, I've dated guys with regular salaries, but they weren't struggling. They made sure that everything was always accounted for and paid for.
Ladies, put a number one in the chat room if you mess with a man that was struggling in his life. Miss Miko, give me a number one, because I was struggling in my life at times, and my dumb ass got into relationships.
Oh, and what's struggling? Could you just define?
Well,
what's
struggling where you're living every day. You can't really go out as much as you want. There's all these bills, or you just simply don't make enough. You can't do the vacation thing.
Oh, no.
Like that. Like you're just doing it every day. You can't surprise your lady with a little 500 or buy something like. Those type of area, honey, let's go out to dinner. Like, you just simply can't do it. You just got child support.
Right.
That type of stuff. You never messed with a man like that before?
No.
Put a number one in the chat room.
No.
I've dealt with 6 women where I came into the relationship struggling my ass off. Miss Miko, those relationships only lasted 90 days. Shawn Harvey Morning Show Wake Up Team. Miss Miko, who's this?
Hi, good morning, guys. This is Vanetta.
Oh, let's clap.
Hi, Vanetta. Miss Ambassador.
Hold on, Vanetta. Is Princess in that chat room?
Princess is in the chat room, yes.
God bless
Yes,
her.
he is.
All right, go
I
ahead.
hit him up this morning, yeah.
God bless.
So like Nico was saying, I was on both sides. So when I met my ex, I had one son from a prior relationship. He told me he had kids. But, again, I was in my 20s. He told me he had 3 kids. But, like, one, he didn't know where the mother was at because she was, like, bipolar, still is, but whatever. So it was like, okay, he had 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? That's what he told me. And he wasn't on, like, child support through the courts at that time. He was doing like most men do, giving them money whenever they ask, whatever the situation is. So when I came into it that time, I wasn't getting child support for my son's father, but I was like, okay, he's doing financially for his kids, boom, boom, boom. But then after we had our son and we got married, we actually had moved up here. We had already built a house and everything, moved out here to Pennsylvania. That's when all of a sudden court cases was coming.
Wow.
They was big mad.
And it was basically, and this is for the son who he really hadn't been around. And the mother was on welfare because, like I said, she, unfortunately, she's bipolar, schizophrenic, still is, sad to say, but she was getting welfare, and welfare was taking him to court. So it wasn't even her. Like, welfare basically made her take him to court. So all of a sudden, that came out, and I was pregnant with my son, and I was like, Tag, this is going to be crazy. It's going to put a strain on us, but it is what it is. He got to take care of his kid.
Right.
The next thing you know, the other daughter's mother took him to court too, and that was now in Pennsylvania because they had moved out in Pennsylvania, kind of close to us. So now he was paying all of this money, and in total, no lie, he was paying at one point $1,400 a month for child support.
Wow.
And he would still go to work, and his thing was, at least I'm not running from my responsibilities. Because I ain't gonna lie, my oldest son father is trifling. He still is trifling. So he would stop working, so he didn't have to pay and stuff. But he was still going to work every day. He got a second job at night. You better. He got a second job at night. Because by this time we had three kids. I was about to have my fourth child. And I'm not gonna lie, it put a big strain on our marriage. It put a big strain on our marriage for a number of reasons, because I had told him to do certain things prior to that. I had told him, why don't you go to court, do an order, because the men could go too, do an order.
Beat her
so
to the punch.
X amount of dollars or whatever the situation is, And it put a big strain on us. So it's very difficult. And of course, looking back, I would never, ever want to put myself in that situation. And that's not to say that men who have kids from prior relationships, that's not to say that they're not worth anything, because I'm not saying that. But me, that type of situation, I would never want to put myself in that situation, nor would I want my daughter in that situation. Because I'll never forget one thing my father had told me. He was like, why would you have kids with a man who already had a few children? He said, because you will never get 100% in your household, ever. And I just swore to myself, like, I would never put myself in a situation like that again.
So she told him that he would never get 100% in his household?
Right, that's what my father was saying. He was like when you have kids with a man who has so many other responsibilities outside the household, your house is never going to get 100%.
Right.
Because he has all these responsibilities.
Right. I agree with that.
Yo.
My father's old school West Indian, because he was like, why would you even do that to yourself? Like, why, what were you thinking,
Right.
But again, at the time I was young, you got stars in your eyes or whatever. You don't really think about the financial repercussions. You just don't. When you like 23, 24, you don't think about, okay, 5 years down the line, I may have a house and I may have multiple kids, and what a strain that's going to put on my household. We honestly just don't always think of that. We could think about it now, but hindsight is always 20/20.
Well, first of all, Miss Migo, let's clap for Vanetta.
Thanks for sharing, Vanetta. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing, and it's just something real. You get caught up in the moment. You get caught up in that romantic bliss, and you get caught up in the euphoria of love. We've all had.
Exactly. And I know Shamika was saying in the chat room that they actually had they used her sister's income also with the husband's for child support. And I know when my oldest son, I had a case with his father. He lived, in New York or whatever. I ain't gonna lie, because I was feeling a little petty at the time. I had facts over all these documents, and I was like, he can afford to pay me X amount, X, Y, and Z, because they just bought a house. His wife works for the postal service. What? I was trying to get everything.
Whoa! Wait a minute! Wait! Whoa! Your baby father's living his best life, and you send information over to the Gestapo.
Yeah, 14 pages. I actually still have the paperwork, and this is like 10 years ago. Yeah.
And you let them know that the baby father wife works for the post office too?
Absolutely, because the difference was his father wasn't trying to do anything. And I'm not the type of woman I'm going to be running to court. No, help with some things. Anything will help, because regardless, I'm going to take care of my kids. Mm-hmm. But, help me with something. But he literally just wasn't trying to do anything. So when they finally found him, because, I didn't know where he was, but when they finally found him, he wasn't showing up for court. I guess he thought it would just go away. So guess what? They tapped into their bank account. And they sent me like a check for $5,000. Like a week and a half later, they sent me another check for $2,000.
From the wife and him?
Whoa, wait. Hold up, Miss Miko, right.
Yes.
I know Miko was very excited. She didn't let you finish. They tapped in to their bank account for amount of $5,000 and then another amount for $2,000?
Yes. They was just sending me mad money out of their joint bank account, because technically he's on that bank account also. So what's in that bank account, they're thinking he has access to, and because he was not showing up to court trying to divert it, they was tapping into that bank account, and they was sending me checks upon checks upon checks upon checks.
Now,
so of course, then he wanted to come to court, because he's like, whoa. Then he wanted to go to court. Yeah.
How fast did he start? And him and the wife or the postal the girlfriend, was he married to her or?
He was married to her. They're no longer together because he's a
Yeah. Well, thanks for destroying that marriage.
That was
How fast did he call you and started cursing you out after that first $5,000 was deposited?
Well, he didn't curse me out because he already know my mouth, but he had not been around for like 10 years. So he was calling, you know what I'm saying? He hadn't seen his son since his son was like 1, and I think Jaron was like 9 at the time or whatever. So it's like he was more so like, you taking me to court, that type of thing. He was trying to sweet talk me is what he was trying to do. He was trying to sweet talk me to get me to stop paying, to stop having an order against him. That's what he was trying to do. So he wasn't calling me, cursing me out.
Interesting.
And it's so crazy because I felt like, they're no longer together only because he's for the streets. But I feel like that situation, he had other child support orders as well. Damn. But I feel like that situation, it almost shifted his future because he had a good paying job at the time. I think he was working for the railroad in Jersey. He stopped working that job. Guess what? Because he didn't want to pay child support. So you see, men are different, so he didn't want to pay child support. My son is 25, almost 26. He still owes me $34,000. And I'm going to collect my coins when he starts getting Social Security. But he still doesn't want to pay.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right, Vanetta. Men are built so different. They will relinquish or quit their jobs to spite what's going on.
Pay.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And literally, he has bounced from job to job to job to job to job in the past like 8-9 years because every time like they start taking it out and I start getting a little money because like I said, I'm still getting it now because of course in New York you got to pay the 21 or 23 if they in school. Mm-hmm. So I was getting child support for up to a few years ago, and I'm still supposed to get it. But he just, he's back in New York now. He just don't like really want to work. So I've been on both sides. I've been with someone who actually, he was like, this is my responsibility. So he kept working. He got a second job to help out with what was coming out of the household. And then I've been on the other side where I've been with, a piece of crap man who just want to avoid paying child support.
Ladies in the chat room and fellas, ladies, have you been with a man like this? Like will just interrupt their careers to not pay child support despite the mother and their whole financial career. What men do? Men just earn more money. Deal with the bill. Deal with the bill. It's a bill. I had to say it in that term. It's a bill. You got to deal with it. It's got to be paid.
Right.
You got to pay your bill, bro.
And he only had to pay me like $4 something a month. So that really wasn't a lot of money, and I could have went back and tried to get increases. I really wasn't about all of that, because I had been raising my son, right? So I just wanted him to help. And even the $4 something was too much, and I went to court. I made him actually pay a portion of my health insurance that covers our son also.
Right.
I went in there with my papers together.
And was your motivation because he was living his best life with the woman with the post office, and he just never had any contact with you? Was that part of the motivation as well? That's a yes. That's a yes.
She said, "Let me think."
A small percentage was.
Yes.
To be honest, I didn't care if he was living his best life because I was living my best life at that time.
Right.
So again, it wasn't that. It was just the fact that he and I was in a relationship. He's like 8 years older than me, but we was in a relationship. But he was for the streets. So it's like he had all these women also. And it's almost like he wasn't trying to claim my son for the beginning. And
right.
I mean, to this day, anybody who sees my son was just like his father,
Right.
But it's like, I think that it was more so that. Because what you're not going to do is deny my son as if I was just, some, woman in the street. That wasn't the case. So you're not going to deny my son or deny my son the right to even have a relationship with you. So it was more so that. It was just the egregiousness of his actions.
Yes.
That was the thing that pissed me off.
Right.
Because even after we was going to court, I was like, listen, can you just pay me maybe $100 a month? Something. He just didn't want to do anything. So if you don't want to do it on your own, then guess what? I'm going to have that white man sitting up there in a black coat make you do it. That's what it's going to be.
And that's why these courts are built in America. And I don't even sympathize with this guy. He gets what he gets. But it fascinates me that men, Ms. Miko, it really does fascinate me. You have such a resentment that you're going to cut your nose to spite your face. Like, why would you... why would you stop your career? Just earn more money and deal with it. Okay, say if you don't, the relationship with the baby mother or the child, it just doesn't happen. It just, you want to disconnect from that, period. Okay, well, unfortunately, you do have that right, but you still have a bill to pay.
Right.
You will feel much better in life, fellas, instead of running around here like some cocaine drug lord and trying to hide money or change jobs. We live in a society, in the information highway, where everything is immediate. As soon as you apply for something, everything comes up, guys. This is not back in the 70s, where in the 80s, or back in the day when you got your license suspended in one state, you could go to another state and get another address and get another license. Those days are over.
They're all connected.
Everything is connected, guys.
And what's so crazy is that when he did finally get back in contact with me, and like I said, he hadn't seen his son in all this time, he told me that he never worried about our son because he knew what kind of woman I was, and he knew how I always kept myself, so he knew his son would be good. I was like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, that's BS. That's a lot of BS.
Right. And he was the type, he would always walk, he had, at the time, he had a Yukon Denali. He would wear True Religion. I mean, he kept himself good, but yet you wouldn't even, and like I said, I told him, listen, if you could just give me maybe $100 a month, we could just drop the support. Like, he didn't want to do anything. And I mean, up to now, he called me a few months ago trying to get me to stop to close the order because he was like, "They're gonna put your baby father in jail." Oh well.
Who called you? Who called you that? Who said that?
My son's father. He still calls me.
Oh my God! Hold on a second, Miss Miko. What are they saying in the chat? Are they saying anything?
Alicia Moses said her kid's father is $110,000 in the hole. He worked for his best friend, so when they sent the child support information for them to fill out so she can receive support, he altered the pay information and says he doesn't work there. So that's how he got out of paying child support.
That's a shame.
That's terrible.
Well, listen, Alicia, do not close that order because once he starts collecting Social Security, they will be sending you a percentage of his Social Security, 15%. It may not be child support, but it'll be grown support.
Oh my God! All this for the
close the case.
All this because we dipped that slung in that vagina.
Yes, I have a friend, one of my closest friends. Her daughter actually passed away at 19, and the father went back to court to try to close the case because I think he owed like maybe 40-something thousand at the time, and he was like, well, like, she's dead now. Like, do I still have to pay this? The judge was appalled. And guess what? Still made him pay that money.
Good.
Well, wait a minute.
It was like that. It was like, matter of fact, if you don't come up with $2,000 right now, I'm putting you in jail right now.
Wait a minute. The daughter passed away, and she was in that child support timeline.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh my God.
And the father tried to go to court to close the case because she had passed away.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. Well, my condolences, of course. But did he have to pay back money, or was he on time? Because if he's on time, I'm just saying, Ms. Miko, if he's on time and everything is good, and unfortunately the daughter passed away, why he still got to pay?
Yes, because you still owe that support up until that point.
No, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah,
if it's back child support, I understand. Is this the arrears he was paying, or was he current?
It was the arrears.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And the daughter passed away.
Right, and the daughter, you got to pay, bro.
Yep.
Bro, you got to pay. Now, Ms. Miko, if it's on time, you know what I'm saying, Ms. Miko? If the payment's on time, everything's good, and unfortunately the child passed away, I don't see any. Why should the parent pay?
Right.
Yeah, but you got right. No, bro, you still got a bill.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And y'all looking crazy out here in the streets doing that though. You're a grown ass man. I don't care if your bill is $5,000 or $100,000. If you're in the working age and you're making money, pay the bill off, bro.
Right.
You can't even leave the country. You can't go nowhere. You can't get a driver's license. You run around here stupid.
Yeah.
What?
But all right, guys, let me go.
Let's clap for Chris.
Bye, Vanetta. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for sharing.
All right.
What else they saying before we get into some news stories?
Alicia Moses said,
put a number one in the chat room if you're enjoying the show today. Put a number two if you're not.
She said she spoke to a lawyer.
Who?
Alicia Moses. She spoke to a lawyer. They said she can sue the company that he works for as well because she has proof that he works there because she has a friend that works there with him. Well, Alicia, did you sue? What happened?
Yeah. What happened?
And
Because
then
if that was me, I'd be pissed. I'd do with a Vanetta. It's 14 sheets of paper. And Vanetta got pictures of the wife delivering the mail. Go ahead.
that's great. Wendy Gonzalez says some men tell their bosses, "Can you give me half in check and the rest in cash so I can show I don't make enough money?"
I don't get it, fellas. I don't get it. I just don't get it, man. You still have that because you still have the motivation. Say if you finance a car or you have a mortgage on a house or whatever financial situation, you still have that motivation to pay that bill. It's the same thing. It really is. It's the same thing. You still have to pay the bill. If you don't pay the bill, you can't mess with the government when it comes down to this. These laws are in place because men, especially men and women, but let's go with the men because the child support is dominated by the men because men try to get over throughout the years. So that's why laws are in place because someone tried to get over on it and they did, and then they amended the laws where they got all the bases covered. So if you think you can shave points off the system, they already got laws in place for your dumb ass.
But to address that, Sean, the Godfather Solar Tracy Ray says some men and women do not like paying bills, period. They can't pay anything consistently. And that just may be the cause of it.
Yeah, that right. No question about it. That might be it as well. Yeah, that plays a percentage. If you're horrible at paying bills, then this gonna trickle down. This really gonna trickle down into child support. But this woman here that we talked about, let's play this. What's this lady?
We don't want to hear that lady no more. It's triggering.
All right.
Nobody want to hear that lady no more.
Well, God bless you guys out there, man. I just want to thank the Lord, man, that I had a tremendous, great experience with child support.
Shout out to your baby mothers.
Let's clap, man. No, they were mad at me because I was just so full of myself, and the money was coming in, and it was nothing. Thank God for Jesus. The 90s were very good to me.
Oh, my
God. All right, let's go.
gosh.
Guys, I hope you guys enjoying the show. Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Miss Miko birthday party right here in the studio next Friday. If you guys are local and in the area, come on out. Let's have a good time. Let's celebrate the one and only Miss Miko and her birthday. And it's actually, your birthday is on the 30th, right?
Yeah,
Correct?
it's Friday, September 30th.
Next Friday. So if you guys are local, I don't know if you ever seen us party in the morning, but we have a great time. So please, if you're in the area, come on out, party with Miss Miko. October the 16th, the fly be out today. New York King Talent will be in the Lehigh Valley at the Iron Mill, 831 South Delaware Drive, Eastern Pennsylvania on October the 16th. You guys come on out. I'm going to give away 2 free passes tomorrow for Feel Good Friday. New York King Talent and Friends, DJ Hustles. We had a great time.
We did.
Last Sunday, and thank you so much for coming out. And then, Miss Miko, guess what? We take the podcast on the road. The Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Miss Miko and Cindy J will broadcast live at Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street, October the 27th, which is
Thursday.
Cindy J's birthday as well. Doors open up at 6, showtime 7, live podcast for 45 minutes. Then we go into the comedy show. Then we go into the after party. What's the attire? After work dress, and come on out and have a good time and celebrate. All right. We're going to go into some front page news with Miss Miko.
Sean, before we do front page news, can I do some tips? I haven't done tips in a couple of weeks.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You sure you haven't done tips?
I haven't done Miss Miko's tips. You guys, when's the last time I did some tips? I haven't done tips.
The question is, you need to ask yourself when the last time you did some
Pause
tips.
on tips. But I haven't done Miss Miko's tips.
Have you done any other
I do
tips?
tips every night. No.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
I'm talking in.
All right. There you go. All right, yeah, let's do some Miss Miko tips. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, first of all, I want to say happy first day of fall, guys. Today is the first day of fall. And it starts exactly at 9:03 p.m. When I came in this morning, I was a little bit groggy and frustrated because I went to sleep and I woke up and it was still dark outside. So that makes me very angry. But the sun is out and it's daytime and it feels like morning. So happy fall to everyone out there. Today, Miss Miko Tips, we're going to talk about how to get yourself ready for fall, whether it's your home or get your skin together. So here are some 5 tips to get yourself together. As you know, autumn is a beautiful time of the year. It's perfect for walking around, wrapping up in that blanket, wearing those thick sweaters and those boots, looking at the changing of the leaves. So I'm going to help you embrace the changing season and breathe some life into your interior while we're at it. So let's start cozying up with layers in your home. As the weather gets cool, you'll need to think about keeping warm indoors. So you're going to spend a lot of time relaxing at home, so that make sure it's cozy, whether it's on the sofa, the armchair, or a bed. Toss a blanket, a throw pillow, or cushion over just to switch up the room. And the appearance of thicker textures and layers will also help give the illusion of warmth. You can drape them over furniture or stack them neatly on the side benches or in baskets. You can even select cushions or throws in autumn colors, such as earthly greens, burnt oranges, and deep reds. The second thing that I like to do for the fall season is filling my home up with scents. Now, fall candles is where it's at. You guys know it. You know, they have the ginger, the wood smoke, the pumpkin, the cinnamon. Mine is vanilla cinnamon. That's my favorite fall candle to burn. So add a candle or two to each room, including the kitchen, the living room, the hallway, and even downstairs if you do have a downstairs. And I promise you, it'll lift your spirits and remind you why autumn is the best season ever. And then especially for damp days, why not go and pick your own favorite notes? When I say notes, I mean your own fragrance, so you can create that warm place at home. The third thing you want to do is think about lighting. What do I mean by lighting? I mean lighting your walkway, or even creating like dim areas in your home to give you that cozy feel. This morning I was frustrated because it was pitch black outside, but in my home, in my living room, I have like what do you call those switches? Like a dimming switch. And it was on low, and it felt really good to just kind of sit there and get my thoughts together before I stepped out. The next thing to do is take care of your skin. Taking those hot showers is going to cause havoc on your skin. So not only do you need the baby oil gel, you need to follow up with some type of moisturizing cocoa butter or sesame oil to keep your skin nice and moist. And that is Miss Miko's tips for the fall. What are some things that you do for the fall to just prepare yourself for getting into the fall season? Do you go pumpkin picking? Do you go shopping for boots? Do you get a new travel mug to keep your tea and your coffee warm? What do you guys do? Drop a note and let me know. What, Shawn? What's so funny?
Let's clap. First of all, let's clap for Miss Tika.
Y'all ain't like my. Put a number one in the chat room if y'all like my tips. I thought my tips was good tips.
I thought I was watching a Disney movie.
What do you mean?
Throw blankets and candles.
Yeah, you want to get comfortable and stay warm. Put a number one in the chat room if you like my tips. Yes.
We were just talking about Section 8.
Alicia said Miss Miko's the Black Martha Stewart.
Let me check my lighting in the house.
Yes.
My lighting is make sure the goddamn bill is paid.
Thank you for liking my tips, baby.
No, we enjoy the tips. A throw blanket, that's what we need?
Yes. You want to be cozy and make your house feel warm and cozy when you walk in.
I don't got time to be cozy in the house.
You do, Shawn. You and Cooper. But your Cooper's cozy.
And what type of candles again? Oh, my God.
My favorite candle is vanilla cinnamon. Anything with vanilla, I love. Anything mixed with vanilla.
I love vanilla.
Yeah.
So wait a minute.
So I would do vanilla cinnamon, vanilla pumpkin spice. Anything mixed with vanilla is my go-to.
So are we turning off the lights or are we dimming them down?
You just dimming the lights.
And what if you can't dim your lights?
You lighting that fireplace.
Fireplace?
Okay.
You are eliminating, Miss Miko,
if you're in an apartment, you don't have a fireplace, just turn off the lights, open the blinds, just to get that illusion and let the light eliminate.
And yes, please.
Yes.
So if you don't have the ability to dim your lights, I think you need to turn them off.
Turn them off, but open the blinds.
Throw your lamp on. Yeah, you're right though. Vanilla, boy, I love me some vanilla.
I love
anything vanilla. Put a number one chat room if you love anything vanilla.
Yeah,
give me 7 number ones. So you're saying the candle? Is this what type of day? What time of the day is this? Is this like weekend? You have nothing to do, coming off of work? Like
it's throughout the day. You just want to always be calm and relaxed. Because in the summertime, you turn up. It's sunny outside. It's hot. You gotta go in the backyard. Gotta do this. Gotta do that.
Backyard.
In the fall, you just want to chill. In the winter, you just want to chill.
Let's get to the throw blankets. What's going on with that? What kind of throw blanket are we talking about?
You could do a quilted blanket. You can do one of the what's those cute blankets that you get from Thomas Kincaid blankets? You can get those in Marshalls. You can throw them across your couch. You can pile them up next to you. It can be very decorative in your home. Yeah, Wendy Gonzalez says 6 in the evening is a good start. Very nice.
From what you're sharing, and let's clap one more time for Tamiko tips. That was awesome. Right. So this is something that's obviously you need the time to do it. Like
you don't need the time to do it.
Yeah, like say after work, like when he's talking about 6 o'clock, or like a Sunday afternoon right before the football game. Come on, like say it's like a 4 o'clock football game.
Right.
Right. Get the candles. You talking about right? Vanilla. Everybody likes the vanilla.
Vanilla candles.
Put in, yeah. Right. Little candles before the game. Throw blanket. Right. Dim the lights.
Mm-hmm. Just relax.
And then the candles.
Get into a movie.
Yeah,
just relax.
I like it. Let's clap for Tamiko tips. I really like it.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Miss.
I'm gonna post the tips in the chat room and on my social media pages, guys.
Boy, you just forgot the hot chocolate.
No, that's Christmas.
Oh,
right now it's tea and coffee in your Yeti mugs. Because if you're going pumpkin picking or apple picking on the hay rides, you're gonna need something warm to keep you warm. So get the Yeti cups and put your hot tea and your coffee in there, and it's gonna stay warm for a good 5 to 6 hours.
Yeah, you're on District 9, bro. How many black folks go pumpkin picking? What is that about?
Put a number one in the chat room if you've been pumpkin picking in the fall
Black folks
and
don't
on the
do
hay
that.
ride.
Everyone, I mean, I think we've all done it in our lives, but black folks, do you have a strong desire to go pumpkin picking in October? Like, who does that? Give yourself a number one. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, Miss Speaker. I've done it plenty of times, especially living out here in Pennsylvania. But do you think that black folks are gonna run out with the Babylonians to go pumpkin picking?
Absolutely. See, look, they all put in number one. They all got number one in there.
Are you serious?
Yes, they go pumpkin picking. They should. Now, Alicia Moses says, Shawn, she wants her free tickets for doing the old school dance that she was promised on Sunday. She said she got going, so don't play with her. Are you going to give her her ticket, Shawn?
No. No. See, that's what.
She said you're threatening him, Alicia.
Yeah, see, that's and that was your issue with your baby father. Calm down. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. That's why he's running from job to job to job, because of you.
She's too aggressive.
It's too aggressive. You're too aggressive, young lady.
Now, Roma, you never went pumpkin picking? Are you serious?
Put number one chat room if you've never been pumpkin picking.
Wow. Come on, Roro. Come with me. Let's go pumpkin
Black
picking.
folks, y'all go pumpkin picking for real?
Yeah.
I never see none of you post this on social media. What else they say in the chat room before we move on with the...
Wendy says she don't do picking.
Right.
Princess said his girl goes with her family every year pumpkin picking. He said he don't go, though.
You know why? Because he's a real dude.
Whatever.
I've been pumpkin picking out here. I actually went 2 years ago with my wife, and I was like, what am I doing here? It's very nasty out there. And you pick the pumpkin. What are you going to do with the stupid pumpkin? Nothing.
You're going to carve it.
You're going to pay $20.
It's harvest season. You're going to carve it.
This is something for the Babylonians.
I put mums outside too, Vanetta.
My
mums is coming outside next month. Yeah.
I'm totally shocked that these folks have been pumpkin picking. God bless you.
Marcus Johnson, no, he's never been, but he would. Come on out, Marcus. Do you guys want to go pumpkin picking with me if I put something together? Would you guys come hang out with me? Let me know. I'll put it together.
I think that would be something very interesting.
And we can go pumpkin picking and do a hayride.
Yeah, but you got to go. I say you got to be in good physical condition to do this, though, too, Miss Miko.
No, you don't, Shawn.
You got to be walking.
My grandmother is 94, and she's come pumpkin picking with me before. You don't have to be in good physical condition, because you can just get on the truck and sit there, and they will drive you around, and then you jump off and grab what you want, and you get back on the truck.
It's cold out
in
there.
the back. Yeah, that's why you have your Yeti mug with your hot tea in there, or your coffee, and a big thick sweater.
Black folks, when we go out there pumpkin picking, you know we look crazy as hell. I know we go out there. Like I said, I did it a year ago. I don't think it was last year. I think it was a year before. I can't remember. And we went. My wife took me somewhere up in the north of Babylonia, and it was me and like 4 other black guys out there. And we was in the sea of Babylonians in Babylonia. And boy, they definitely enjoyed it. And they were sitting there picking these stupid pumpkins. And you know what, Miss Miko? We didn't even purchase a pumpkin. We just went for the experience. There was no way I was putting some dirty ass pumpkin in a car and bring it home for what? You get one of those things at the supermarket.
No, it's not the same.
All right, Ms. Miko, let's go into some quick news,
It's
front
not the
page news.
same.
I hope you guys are enjoying the show today. And if you out there pumpkin picking, y'all looking crazy as hell. And the pumpkin, Ms. Miko, is overpriced 3 times. We know that. You get that pumpkin in the supermarket, $10. You go out there and pick it $30. Go ahead.
Whatever.
But you're right. Let's see. Whoever want to go pumpkin picking, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that. On an early Saturday afternoon, like 2, 3.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
2, 3 in the afternoon?
Yeah. Because if I say 12 o'clock, they're not going to get there till 2 o'clock.
Oh
So,
my God. It's getting dark.
We'll be back before it gets dark.
All right.
We'll be back before 5 o'clock.
All right. What you got?
All right. Denver is going to
And
give.
the rest of the stories we saved to tomorrow.
Yep. Denver is going to give homeless people $12,000 cash in a new pilot program. The city of Denver approved a $2 million program for the Denver Basic Income Project geared towards homeless. Up to 140 women, transgender, and non-conforming individuals will receive $1,000 cash monthly for 12 months. City officials stated the monthly stipends will lift individuals out of homelessness. The $2 million was approved by the city council last week. It's allocated for this cause. The allocation from this cause is from the American Rescue Plan Act. University of Denver Center for Housing and Homeless Research will monitor the program, focusing on housing outcomes, utilization of shelter, and other homeless services. Improvements in psychological health and substance use for those who opt in. Colorado GOP chairwoman Kristen Burton Brown was not in favor of the program. In an interview with Morning with Maria, she stated the program was unsustainable and it's a terrible idea. So if you live in Denver and you're homeless, guess what? You're about to be okay.
$12,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm applaud that.
Yeah. Yeah, to get you on your feet. Absolutely.
Yeah, to get you on your feet, guys. You just never know. But for the grace of God, there go I. You just never know.
Danielle Williams says she moving to Denver with a dirty wig and clothes. New hustle.
Right.
Yeah.
Relocate to Denver. Right. Only
Yeah.
thing you can't. It's very easy to prove that you're homeless. You just
How do you
said
prove you're homeless, Sean?
you have no place to go. Go to the shelter and say I'm nowhere. I'm done. She's right. Fly to Denver. Get your come up. Get your 12,000. But no, this is definitely a great program. Whoever's against this is out of their mind. What's wrong with you? $12,000 is a lot for a homeless person. But again, we go back to what we talked about in the beginning of the show. These are situations where the government has money to do this. The question is how many homeless people are in Denver. The city of Denver.
In the city.
And if they're doing this, I applaud Denver, Colorado for looking out for the homeless. Now, what they do with the money, that's a whole different other situation. But to give them the money, it's a good look. What else you have? We got to get out of here.
All right. The FDA is warning against cooking chicken in NyQuil as seen on a viral TikTok video. Did you guys hear about this new trend that's going around? Well, the Food and Drug Administration is warning the public against using over-the-counter drugs to cook food after a TikToker posted a video using NyQuil to cook their chicken. The video, which was posted nearly a year ago, have generated more notoriety in a social media challenge, and the FDA is working to ensure that social media users are safely using over-the-counter drugs. The video has since been deleted, but it shows a user frying 2 chicken breasts in a pan containing NyQuil and flu medicine. This challenge sounds silly and unappealing, and it usually is, but it also can be very unsafe. Boiling a medication can take it much more concentrated and change its properties in other ways. Even if you don't eat the chicken, inhaling the medication's vapors while cooking it can cause high levels of drugs to enter your body. The agency also referred to a TikTok challenge called the Benadryl Challenge, in which the users were encouraged to take a large doses of antihistamine in order to induce hallucinations. According to the agency, many teens were reported to be in terrible condition after participating in the social media trend. The effects of misusing over-the-counter drugs such as NyQuil and Robitussin were recognized legislatively by the New York State some years ago. Back in 2013, Governor Cuomo banned the sale of over-the-counter drugs containing Dramamine for customers under the age of 18. They said call 911 or poison control if your child has intake medicine that shows signs of hallucination. So, first of all, who's boiling chicken and NyQuil? Who's cooking chicken and NyQuil? What kind of crazy mess is that? And I've actually seen it, and it looks gross with the blue NyQuil all over the chicken. It looks really, really bad. But yeah, guys, be careful out there.
Next Friday, Miss Miko birthday party right here, man. Y'all guys coming locally. If you live locally, come to the studio. We here. East Elizabeth Avenue in Bethlehem, right across the street from Moravian University. Y'all coming from 7 to 9. We're going to party with Miss Miko. Also, Talent and Friends, the fire be out today. Y'all come on out to the Iron Mill, 831 South Delaware Drive, Eastern Pennsylvania. Sunday, October the 16th. You can see Miss Miko and myself. I got to cash app you something, Miss Miko. I'll do it later. See Miss Miko and myself for the ticket. Y'all come on out and let's have a good time. Also, we bringing the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team to New York City. You guys come on out October the 27th. Tickets are moving already, and I truly appreciate you guys. Miss Miko, Cindy J, and myself. Prime time, New York City, Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street, New York City. Doors open up at 6, showtime 7. Now.
Yes, Mr. Harvey.
Like my mother say, thank God for Jesus. I encourage everyone who's doing this on TikTok to continue doing it.
No.
Continue your dumbass. If you put NyQuil in your chicken and you see somebody that you see it on TikTok and you follow along with that, it's the Jim Jones situation without the punch. If you're dumb enough to do this, I want you to do it. I want you to get sick as hell. I want you to get sick and go to the hospital because you are too stupid to decipher what's good or not. You know damn well, when have you put Tylenol, what was it again?
NyQuil and Robitussin.
NyQuil and Robitussin. When the last time you did that prior to seeing it on a TikTok video? Never. So now that you see this, I want you to do it.
People, please don't do it.
Yeah, people do it. I want you to be sick like a freaking dog because you're dumb.
Don't listen to Shawn. Don't do it.
I want you to sit there when you see the people pouring that Robitussin on that chicken. I want you to do it because you're just too stupid. Why are you even here? They should take your phone away from you. They should take your stupid TikTok. But people are going crazy on TikTok. Anything. But what they won't do, I can't wait till they have the jump off the building challenge.
Right?
I can't wait because there's 1,000 of y'all that we don't need on this planet. Because you're just too stupid to be here.
Not the jump off the building challenge, Shawn.
And when you splatter, I want the 1,000 of y'all to splatter because you're too stupid. You have children. You're an adult. You're stupid. You're Robitussin and with the Food and Drug Administration. Hey, listen, the properties might change and you can inhale it, or you're not supposed to do this. You know, we usually have on the label these clear instructions on how to use this medication, but we're too stupid.
They want to get high.
Yeah, get high and jump off a building with your chicken wing. Get out of here. TikTok, don't make these announcements. We need to get rid of at least 1,000 people a day because they're just too stupid. That's my advocation.
Sad.
And they took the video down, right?
Yeah, they took the video
Why?
down.
Why TikTok?
But people still do. I saw a video.
Why take the video down? We need to get rid of 1,000 a day. No, we want, if you are if you that incompetent where you are taking Robitussin and putting it in the chicken, cooking it while the chicken is cooking, you cooking chicken. Do you need to be here?
Yeah.
We already have a problem with these babies being born. These babies are pushing us off the planet. All babies are cute, not to me.
Shawn, that's not nice.
Babies are not cute to Harvey.
That's not nice, Shawn.
babies are out here. Y'all sitting there, she's so pretty. No, they're pushing us off the planet. There is not enough space. We did it when we were born. The people who looked at us, when, especially middle-aged folks that looked at all of us when we were born and said we were so pretty, they're not here no more. Because you know why? We pushed them off the planet.
What are you talking about? What this guy do with NyQuil?
It has everything to
Sean,
do
it has nothing to do with it.
Everything.
What?
Because these people are too stupid to be here. My applications for babies is done.
Oh
I
my
see a
God.
cute baby. Harvey's running. Cute babies to me are the devil.
Oh my God.
They're pushing us out of here
Nah.
because we did it. Miss Miko, you don't think that when you was born, whatever year that was, and the elderly sisters and everybody was saying, you're so pretty. Miko, they're not here. They're gone.
Grandma's still here.
They're gone.
Grandma's still here.
Well, God bless Grandma. The rest of them are gone.
The rest of them are definitely
Because
gone.
that's what we do. You'll keep these babies away from.
Stupid, Sean.
God bless. I went to my niece's 1-year birthday last week. I was like, I'm out of here. Because each year they get older. There's more years for me to get pushed out of this thing.
Oh my God.
Let's slow these babies down so we can live 10 more years. How about that? And these TikTok people the same way. I need 1,000 of them to get out of this world because you're too stupid. Because when you put Robitussin in chicken, you don't need to be here. This TikTok is out of control.
Yeah, TikTok is
I can't wait till that get hit by a car challenge.
Felicia Washington Beer says she's bringing 1,000 babies to you, Sean.
Oh my God. And if you do that, I'm out of here. Y'all take a look at these babies.
Oh, God.
Okay? Look into their eyes. Look into their soul like the gay guy did to me yesterday.
What happened with you and the gay guy
That
yesterday,
was a whole
Sean?
another thing.
Oh,
and
my
look,
God.
and look into these babies' soul, and you'll see right in their soul, these babies are like this. I'm gonna push you out of here. All right.
Lynette Saran says, Sean, go to the wall. You yelling, go to the wall.
The babies
Went to the wall.
are going to push us the F out of here. No to these babies. No to these celebrations. Babies are getting rid of us. All right, there you go.
Especially these COVID babies, they different.
COVID babies, the babies that survived COVID, you don't think they pushing us out of here?
They different.
All right, put a number in the chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you didn't. Let's clap Miss Miko return. Let's clap for Miss Miko. Thank you for your tips. We appreciate you. Miss Miko, if you look in that third camera over there and say goodbye to these folks.
Bye, guys.
God bless you. I hope you have. Put a number in the chat room if you enjoyed the show. Put a number 2 if you Feel Good Friday tomorrow. We got our segments. We definitely appreciate you guys. And thank you so much for listening to the show. We can't play no music, but I'm going to just play this real, just 30 seconds of this. And good night, guys.